Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Back in my Sturv 81, and though this is going to be an ace tanker, I guess I wanted to show this replay, just kind of talk about spotting mechanic. Honestly, if you want a tank that is fairly easy to ace and makes you good money and is an awesome tank, and maybe you need a Swedish trainer, the Sturv 81 is a solid tank. Otherwise, the Primo Victoria is the skin version of it, so I imagine that's probably the exact same thing, just that you don't put your own camo on it. Alright, so once again, you've seen me ace my tanks on Miravanka. In one of the another video that I made, I talked about kind of getting key matchups with good teammates and bad red team in maps that you're very comfortable in, and when that all comes together, that's probably your best opportunity for ace tanker. When I say good teammates, I don't mean like really good to where you 15-0 the other team. Obviously that's not usually going to get an ace tanker unless you're like spotting for everybody. But you know the drill. I'm going to get into the EF line, get into that ditch on the 3 line, provide some spotting for my team. Looking at the mini-map, we don't have anyone going right, which is totally fine with me. We do have some people going in the middle, which is kind of awkward. Now as I come over here, I'm targeted, and this is my heavy Swedish crew, so I don't have 6th Sense in there. So I wasn't sure exactly who was looking at me. But then there's a mutant that I spotted there, and then also there's a lichen that gets spotted in the middle of town. Then I spot a fatherland, and I just decided to really just push this deep, because usually there's TDs that get lit up on that back hill. And I know it's super early, but I just figured that if they weren't there, maybe I could get Artie lit. Alright, so this IS-3 definitely did not appreciate me doing that. And I get a shot into him as he comes around the corner, and now what I want to do is just track him. He's just trying to charge me, close the distance, and I just want to lock him in place and be able to get around him. Now he starts to aim his gun to the left, but then he stops. And I missed my shot there, and I just have him auto-locked right now because I don't feel like I need to really aim to kill him when I'm that up close and personal. But unfortunately this is going to cost me some damage since he gets a shot in me, and I can't pen into his upper plate when he's tipped down like that. I imagine I just got a low roll, but who knows. So then I finally just take my time to aim at his lower plate and shut him down. And it's 1-1. Mutant gets shut down. Now I just want to check to see what's over there. There's a Fatherland, Charioteer, and a Tiger 1. And I look at our setup, and it's just really strange that we have 3 tanks in D6 already, and we only have 4 of their tanks spotted. So really those guys should be at least spotting something on the 9 line. But since I have my right side covered, I feel pretty confident in making this push. And I do start to get more spot Artie, and what I want to do is just get Artie shut down. If we can kill Artie, that's going to be very helpful in winning this game. So finally there's a medium tank spotted in F8, and he's deciding to come back to base rather than to push on our base. Something shoots at me from the left, so I really don't want to get too exposed over here on the left side on top of this hill, but I wouldn't be against driving down into that ditch where whatever is shooting at me couldn't hit me. So they got an E4 and D8 now, and then their scout goes down the 9 line. The other Artie was spotted down in that bottom corner, so I get a shot into him. The Charioteer hits me in the side of the head, but I'll take another shell if it means that I can kill the rest of their Artie. Alright, so they have no more Artie. I'm hoping that I can save some of these hit points, and I believe it was the Charioteer missed me. So I get out of this situation with 548 hit points. I'm looking at the map and I'm like, okay, whatever's left is probably out back or sitting, making a push down towards our base. So I push on this IS because he's on 72 hit points, thinking that chances are if I just auto-lock him and shoot him, he's going to die. That doesn't happen. So I take another shot that I shouldn't have and shut the fatherland down. Now their Lycan kills my IS-3. And somebody starts to ping over in J8, so I let them know that I'm coming. And this isn't our whole team, so... Now this King Tiger is going to make a really silly play. And then he's going to tell us to push out. You see my T-32 died. He was right up here. He just pushed out into here. And him and the fatherland are both being spotted. And you can see where they have tank destroyers, right? These tank destroyers aren't spotted, so... So they're fighting not only against this medium tank, but they're fighting against the invisible bushes that are firing at them at the distance. And that's really what frustrates me. Because this game goes from, it could have been an absolute rollover win to coming down to the wire here.
The rangefinder took a hit. We can only shoot close targets.
Alright, so somebody hits my my cupola and damages my rangefinder, and you'll come to find that that happens quite a bit in this tank. People try to aim for it, and it is a weak point, but it's really hard to hit it square. I was trying to keep my fatherland alive somewhat, get the E4 dead. And I have binos. Alright, so now my King Tiger and my Oho proceed to push through the city, and the King Tiger does get the Iron Rain spotted back there, the Rainmaker. Didn't have shots on him, but I do have shots on this E4. However, as he's driving through the city, I don't really want to shoot my gun and get spotted unless I know I have a really good shot on him. Already lets us know he has no shot on that guy. I'm just waiting for him to back up. He's behind a house right now. And the Rainmaker takes down our King Tiger. And did you see any tank destroyers spotted on the minimap? I didn't. Didn't need to be, because they can stay undetected, and our heavy tanks are not going to be able to drive through a field to get them spotted because they're heavy tanks. So he backs up, I get a shot into him, and I'm targeted. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm targeted from. I mean, the E4 definitely could have spotted me, and then like a tank destroyer was looking at me. So I'm thinking one of the tank destroyers made their way along the A line. And I want Artie to be looking up here just in case that's the case. So I'm going to get up onto this ridge and I'm going to throw my binos up. So on those back ridges this is where a lot of tank destroyers like to sit at the beginning of the game. So I just felt like maybe one of them made their way over there to try to get flanking shots on our team. I get my binos up. I don't really see anything, so I'm guessing that my instinct was wrong here. But I am only playing with 171 hit points, so I want to be careful. We have the tank advantage, so I kind of want to react with my teammates. Now, the King Tiger keeps talking and telling us that we are pussies and that we need to fight, and that for some reason gets the T-28 Proto moving, and I think you know, the King Tiger is right in a sense because the T-28 Proto and the Oho are heavily armored tanks, and they both are over 1,000 damage. But to me, there's 3 tier 8 tank destroyers that really don't give two craps about their armor. So their hit points are pretty much just a box of hit points that the 3 TDs are gonna just destroy. So what I want to do is just kind of push along with these two and keep my binos up, because I feel like I probably have the best vision out of all of us. Now, if the TDs are up in the top right corner, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to spot them. They're going to have to get spotted by the prototype. And I'm just hoping if one of them does start to get shot at, that they do spot whatever's shooting at them. Alright, so I'm going to get in behind this dead tank and get my binos up. And I'm targeted. And right there, Iron Rain gets spotted. And then the Charioteer to my left gets spotted. I realize that this IS-3 is no longer giving me cover to the Charioteer. So I have to get behind this house. And I'm targeted. I can't really gauge if the Rainmaker can see me. I just want these two to push up. If these two push up, then that's going to free me up to get into a better position. The prototype does shut down the Charioteer, so now I'm going to use this bush, get my binos up. I don't see anything, so I'm going to push up and hopefully use this next bush. And I'm out spotted. Now, this is what I was trying to tell these two because I had my mic on. I was like, there's no way that you two are going to be able to outspot 3 tank destroyers. So the Rainmaker shuts down the Oho. I get an HE shell shot into the Iron Rain. Leave him on 68 hit points. Our prototype shuts him down. Now they have one more Rainmaker lurking around here. Potentially, I guess. Maybe he's moved around. And now I'm just guessing maybe those two stayed back to guard the base. And the other one was going to sneak up on the K line to kill our arty and then get on our base. Because if he can sit on our base, get our binocs and camo net up, then we have to push into him. And then all that thought process ends when he gets spotted right over on the A line. He got spotted when he shot and killed my Oho. I tried to get a shot into him before he went over the ledge. But I feel like if he has to drive up to me, I'm going to outspot him. And sure enough, as he's driving up to me,
the track was destroyed. We're nailed to the spot.
I get him spotted. And then I had an HE round in, so I couldn't shoot through that rubble. But how lucky do I get? Like, he tracks me and then bounces off of me. He definitely wasn't taking his time to get shots into me. He was hoping that he could just shut me down. So, that leads me back to, like, the shots I didn't take on the IS-3 and the IS costed me hit points. And then he probably didn't take his time to shoot at me, and that costed him the game. Now, alternatively, that gun supposedly has worse gun handling than the Tech Tree Borsig. So maybe he just missed me because of that. But nonetheless, we pull the win out. I think my arties locked down an ace tanker. And really why I call this video Please Learn. Because if you can share this video with anyone, maybe they can learn that driving out into the middle of a field with a heavily armored slow tank against tank destroyers and medium tanks and scouts really isn't the best decision. Now, if they all push as a group, that's fine. But we had a T-32 that pushed out in the north by himself. He died, so the Fatherland followed. He died. Then a King Tiger pushed out the south. He died. And our T-28 prototype and our OHO proceeded to push up through the middle of the field. And they eventually died, leaving it to just me and Artie. Whereas if they collectively went as a 5-man group to push around the one side or the other, there's no way that those 3 tank destroyers would have been able to A, stay concealed, and B, take down all 5 of them. So just think about that. Maybe share it with a friend. And there's plenty of YouTube videos that you can look up online and learn about concealment, camo, vision, binos, coded optics, all that good stuff that'll help you be a better player. Yeah, so we go to Endgame. I did 3k damage, 5 kills. Our 4043 did 3300, 0 kills. GW Tiger P did 2k damage with 3 kills. And you can see us 3 alive at the end are the ones that took 1, 2, and 3. And then their team, their Rainmaker, did 3k damage, 3 kills. And I'm guessing that 3000 damage wasn't probably until the end of the game. And then also the platoon mate, his other Rainmaker, did 2600 with 1 kill, which I believe neither of them really did much until the end of the game. Once they were all undetected and got to utilize the map to farm our heavily armored slow tanks. Good job by this Lycan. I think he shouldn't have went to go support the T-26E4. He definitely could have just found an angle, maybe on the A line, to get shots into the Fatherland rather than driving in behind him. But thankfully he didn't do that, and they lost him for vision. Otherwise, I feel like it probably would have been a loss just because of the way our team handled it, and I didn't have enough hit points to really deal with somebody that could consistently spot better than me. Alright, I'll quit babbling. This is really all I got for you guys today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out my Twitch channel. I still don't have a schedule because I'm dealing with stuff right now. Once I get back to work, maybe I'll set up a schedule. And if you could follow that, that'd be great. And I will catch you in the next video.